Hello and welcome back to What's with the Kims. My name is Jillian, my husband's name is Rod, and we are the Kims. Today we are going to take you along with us for a fun-filled fall day. That's a mouthful, isn't it? We're gonna have a really good time. We're meeting up with some of our friends. We're gonna go kick around Monterey and also hit up a pumpkin patch and much more. So you guys are gonna wanna stick around, and thank you for joining us this week. Also, if you want to, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know, since moving to California, Rod and I have made some really wonderful friends. This day in particular was so much fun. I hadn't been to a pumpkin patch in years, and fun fact, this was Rod's first time at a pumpkin patch. He was a little skeptical at first, but when we got home later, he couldn't stop talking about how cool he thought all of the different types of pumpkins were and how much fun we had. Aren't these pumpkins pretty? I never thought I would say that about a pumpkin. I believe the pumpkin is called a fairy tale pumpkin. How fitting, right? It made a wonderful addition to my fall decor, and it was so pretty. You can do this one or this one. I like these. This is pretty cool.
Let's go straight.
Are we all separating?
Nick! No! No, this is... I thought I was gonna go back around. I'm like, I'm just gonna get lost.
We all take one side and then talk to each other, maybe.
No, well, I think
we know that this is the middle.
Yeah.
So if we keep one person here and then we branch out, like whoever finds it, be
and then
like,
we forget about
whoever
that
finds the
one
dead
person.
ends, just call out the dead ends, and who doesn't, be like, I'm,
Yeah.
I can still keep
That's
going.
it. Everyone gets
And then we all
tracker
consolidate
out
on
right
that.
I have a better idea. We all split as couples into our own direction. Whoever
Yeah.
the last one out buys one round of drinks tonight.
Oh, I love that. What do you think?
Oh, dang.
We better be the first ones
The
out.
most unconfident.
All people have an unfair advantage.
No, no.
Babe, put me on your shoulders.
Alright.
We are at Botchard Farms. We just had a really good time picking out very cute pumpkins, and now we are in this corn maze and trying to find our way out. And the stakes are pretty high because whoever is the last one out, they have to buy a round of drinks for everybody. So we're hoping we're the first ones out. There we go. We made it out of the corn maze, and who's buying drinks? After a very short hiatus, we broke with our friends for like lunch and just needed to come home and recharge. And now we are going to head out to go bowling. And you know who's actually kind of an underrated or kind of secret, humble bowler? It's Rod. Rod's kind of like really good at bowling, but nobody would ever suspect it because he never goes bowling. kind of one of those deals. So that's where we're headed. We're gonna wait because we're gonna Uber down with our friends who live very close to us. So we're just waiting on them and then we're headed out. Bowling was such an entertaining way to end the evening, but don't worry, the fun isn't over yet. We have a harvest party to host. We are officially in our, like, the thick of fall. That's how I feel. I've got my sweaters out. So if you saw my last video, yeah, got my sweaters out. And then today is Halloween. I'm not a big Halloween person, never have been, but I am hosting a fall party, and so I need to get prepared for that. I got my house cleaned up, so we're gonna skip the cleaning piece this time, but I did want to share with you maybe some helpful things to inspire you for your next party. I feel like these things can be transferred not only to a fall party, but maybe a Christmas party as well. So what we're gonna start out with today is we're gonna bake our dessert first, and then we're gonna go to dinner. I want dessert out of the way, and you guys are gonna love this one, and you might wanna steal this idea from me. So we're gonna make some pumpkin cookies. I will have this cookie recipe in the description box. I was intimidated at first by all of the different steps, like browning the butter and patting the pumpkin dry. But then after I got going, I realized that I had underestimated my abilities. The cookies were a hit, everyone loved them, and it was totally worth it. This also brings me to the first party planning tip. Keep dessert simple. Making the cookies did take time, but because I made them myself, I kept the cost of my dessert down. I also kept my dessert to just cookies. Everyone enjoyed them, and I didn't have to exhaust myself with a more complex dessert, and I am so glad I kept it simple. Tip number 2, the Dollar Tree has snack trays for just over $1. When I got my trays home, I gave them a good wash with hot soapy water, and then at the end of the evening, I bagged up all my leftovers and tossed my trays. By doing disposable trays, cleanup was a breeze. What do you got going on here?
Making a charcuterie board.
Thank you for doing that. All right, I've got Rod back there on the charcuterie board duty, and I am going to start on dinner. We are doing a recipe that I've done before, but if you didn't watch that video, I'll put it in the description again. I'm gonna make a pumpkin gnocchi, and I'm also going to do a ravioli sauce, or a sauce for ravioli, I should say. So we're gonna get that started right now, and it is going to be delicious. tip number 3 I learned from my mom. If you're gonna have people over to your house at a mealtime, have a meal ready. And if you can't make dinner for absolutely everyone, have a potluck. It's just as fun and just as delicious. Remember earlier when I said Rod hadn't been to a pumpkin patch before? Well, Rod also had never carved a pumpkin before. So he had a lot of firsts this autumn season. Thank you for joining us for this week's video. I hope you were able to have some fun along with us. And if you did, hit that subscribe button to keep in the know about what's with the Kims.